would have predicted Michigan State, not Ohio State, would reign supreme in the Rose Bowl?
Me.
All right, you got that one. Who would have predicted Auburn's worst to first turnaround that landed them the BCS championship?
Nobody.
Nobody had that. Nor did I don't think anybody had famous Jameis Winston hoisting the Heisman, right? That probably wasn't even on your radar.
At least until after week 1.
No. Bonnie Bernstein alongside Pete Fiutak in our Campus Insider studios. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is our ultimate prediction segment, 2014 version. And Pete, let's start with the school whose bandwagon you faithfully stayed on the entire season, even after they got blown out by BYU in week 2 last year. And that's Texas. Charlie Strong replaces Mac Brown. So does he win more games at Texas's first year than his old team Louisville, who's now entering the ACC?
They got a better head coach. You think I'm jumping off this thing now? Not a chance. No, I'm going to go with Texas and Charlie Strong. The Big 12's a little bit down this year. I think they get to 9 or 10 wins with this Texas team. Very, very strong as long as the quarterback situation's okay. I like Bobby Petrino. I like Louisville, but new conference, a little bit tougher. That's about a 7 or 8 win team. I'm going with Texas.
Freshman, last 2 years claiming the Heisman. Who in this year's class do you expect to be the standout?
Well, these in terms of true freshmen, Jabril Peppers needs to be that guy right away for Michigan. They need a lockdown corner. Going to do a little bit of everything. They put way too much pressure on by talking about him as the next Charles Woodson, but he's got all the talent in the world. Leonard Fournette out of LSU, that running back could light up Wisconsin right away and be the guy out of week 1. But overall, I think Peppers is going to end up being the star of this first year.
Especially because he could be involved in all 3 phases of the game. He could get sprinkled at a running back. He'll be returning too, so he could be really impactful. How about Heisman pick?
I'm pointing it right back at you. Name as many players as you want. Go ahead.
And what, like 20 seconds? I don't know. Winston, Gurley, Mariota, Bryce Petty, Melvin Gordon,
Mariota, Brett Hundley,
Brett
keep going. I'm taking the field. It's not a cop-out, but if you look at the last several years and look at the Heisman winners, be it Cam Newton, RG3, Johnny Manziel, Mark Ingram, even Jameis Winston, as we alluded to before. Look at the guys who were these finalists last year. Andre Williams came out of nowhere. Trey Mason came from out of nowhere. These Heisman guys are going to come from absolutely out of left field. I'm going to give you the entire field. None of these favorites are going to win.
Maybe it could be Duke Johnson coming off the injury in Miami.
Keep naming. I'm
I
not
know.
right.
I could do this all day. Give me a team outside the top 25 you think could shock the world and wind up in the
All right,
playoffs.
it's not going to happen. I'm going to take Iowa mainly because of this schedule. If you look at the Hawkeyes and what they have to deal with, they're going to be favored in each of their first 10 games unless something goes really, really wrong. If they win those first 10 games, those last 2 games, Wisconsin and Nebraska, and both of them are in Iowa City, they split against those 2 teams. They're probably playing in the Big Ten Championship, puncher's chance. If you are able to get to 12-1 as the Big Ten champion, you're going to be in the playoff. Again, it's asking a lot. Iowa's got a lot of holes they got to fill, but I think they can possibly do it if they live up to that schedule.
Last question. Championship contender not named Florida State.
Oregon. I mean, they have the right makeup. And if you're looking at what happened last year's BCF championship game, Auburn had them. They ran the ball pretty well. They came out to 1 late drive. Oregon's going to be able to run the ball. I think they'll have no problem moving up and down the field against Florida State. That defense is a little bit better. The offensive line is a little bit more beefed up. I think they have the right makeup this year to potentially be that team that could beat Florida State if they both got there to the national championship.
And if Mariota stays healthy, too. Remember, he was banged up with
always
the knee.
X factor.
Oregon has 4 preseason top 25 teams on its slate.
And then it eases up big time.
3 of them are at home. The start of the season means the start of the college football coverage here on Campus Insiders. And this Saturday night, it's going to be New Mexico hosting UTEP, the Lobos, and the Miners live on CampusInsiders.com at 5 p.m. Pacific.